Man, where's everybody? Hey, where's everybody? I've been on here for 3 minutes. All right, I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes and then I'm gonna get off. So, all right, I'm gonna make my little announcement. I'm gonna plan the cruise for November 11th till my 50th birthday party. So, for those who are interested in going, I'm gonna try to make it very inexpensive as possible for this trip. So, what I ask all y'all to do, if those are interested in going, is to send me an email, tsmallwood68@gmail.com. Now, I know a lot of people may not view this video because the title doesn't really specify viewers who choose to watch. You'll hear that announcement within the 4-minute mark. So, anywho, it's Wednesday, middle of the week, almost the weekend, and of course, my schedule of doing Uber Eats has drastically been reduced to practically doing Uber Eats hardly ever. Now, last week I only did 2 deliveries, and of course, it wasn't because I was logged on and didn't get any orders. I just didn't log on and work because I was working overtime at my regular job. I worked on Sunday for about 5 hours or so. And Saturday, what did I do Saturday? I didn't do anything on Saturday, even though I didn't even turn on the app at all. Because for some reason, it just didn't seem busy. I mean, I'm quite sure I would have gotten some trips, but until Uber decides to go back to its 1.5 during the dinner, then it'll be more worthwhile to do it. And I feel that I can at least make adequate boosts or whatever you want to call it. And they most certainly have to go back to going back into giving out the quest. And that's another thing that they have not done in the last month. At least, I won't say month and a half, but I would say at least a little bit over a month. Now, hopefully, they will bring back the quest around the fall, maybe around August, where everybody comes back, goes back to school. The college students come back, and people who normally work during the people who normally are off during the summer, they go back to work, or whatever the situation is that caused the real slow mark of summertime slowness. Now, the only thing I can think of why it tends to be slow during the summer for Uber Eats. I can't talk about picking up passengers, but in terms of Uber Eats, I just think that people are just busy. They are on vacation, you know. A lot of times during the summer, a lot of people tend to eat light. They don't eat heavy foods in the summertime. And everybody may be on some kind of eat healthy plan or something. I doubt it, but because I think that a lot of people who eat healthy, they're not necessarily going to eat in order from Uber Eats. Because most of the Uber Eats type of deliveries are Chinese food, which is high in sodium, fat. Most definitely the fast food restaurants, all of them, McDonald's, Wendy's, whomever, you name them, unhealthy. And then, of course, there's like the tropical smoothie place. They tend to be healthy in a sense, but it's not, people are not really going to order too much from those establishments that every day. That's something people may want to eat. People who order from tropical smoothies, they're probably going to order maybe occasionally. I can't see someone wanting to order that every day. But, and like I said, a lot of times, don't get me wrong, it'll stay busy, but something like that tends to be ordered during the day, when someone's at work and they want to order something for lunch. But pretty much, a lot of people who work in an office during the summertime, a lot of employees tell them most likely they'll fix their own lunch. They right there in the house, so they're not going to really order anything outside. Now, I have delivered food to people during a lunchtime and they working from home and things of that nature. But it's just, you just have to kind of figure out patterns of people in terms of people's eating habits and who you're delivering it to, and the fact of the matter that A lot of people who got the disposable income who can afford this type of service in order they Uber Eats, you have to kind of figure out that a lot of times people just not ordering food from these apps anymore. You know, and to be honest, the predominantly of clientele that's going to order from these apps is going to tend to be from very lower income, and for whatever reason they don't really have a car, and they're not going to go out and order McDonald's and all these fast food places. But all these fast food apps, Grubhub and DoorDash and all the rest of them, all of the businesses that is now going to be the big major chains, big chain restaurant fast food places. It's not going to be the little private Asian food, Thai food, what Indian food. I mean, it's going to be. They still going to use Uber Eats more than anybody else. But those small independent restaurants, they're going to probably eventually, in my opinion, they're going to start not using all of them. They're not going to have Uber Eats. They're not going to have DoorDash. They're not going to have Grubhub. They're not going to have 4 or 5 apps on their table like they used to. They're going to say, okay, who are we going to keep? They're not going to continue to give Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and whomever 25, 35% to use multiple apps. Some people, they're going to keep, most restaurants, they're going to keep Uber Eats for sure. I'm not talking about the big restaurants. I'm talking about the small independent restaurants. They're going to eventually going to start choosing who they're going to use and who's going to offer the best deal in terms of the services and their food being delivered. The Uber Eats may take I don't know what their percentages are, but I would assume out of all of them, Uber Eats probably take the biggest chunk of profits from these restaurants. But they have the most usage. The majority of people, or majority of customers order Uber Eats before they use anyone else. Now, Amazon also offers food delivery from restaurants, but the thing about them is they don't have that big of a presence yet. And the thing about it, if I was a customer ordering food and I had to choose an order of delivery, I would do Amazon, because Amazon, the price of the food is the same price listed at the restaurant. You don't pay any kind of food upcharge in addition to paying a delivery fee, especially if you have Amazon Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime member, the delivery is free because you're using the other services that Amazon offers, like package delivery or next day delivery and all the other the streamlined services they offer. Of course, you pay extra for if you want to watch premium movies or something like that or whatever. I had tried out the Amazon Prime membership, and I know that it included, a lot of different things. In the restaurant, good morning. The restaurants around my house, they don't sign up for Amazon for food delivery. So restaurants that, I noticed a big difference in 2 years ago and now. And the difference between now and what happened 2 years ago is that Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all these other deliveries, fast food delivery apps, they didn't have a presence in fast food, big chain restaurants. They were not there. People, you couldn't use Uber Eats and order, at one point McDonald's. McDonald's was not even thought of. It was a test market in Florida and a couple of states when they first decided to test market. And then, of course, when it became a success, and when it became a success in those markets, they expanded nationwide. Now, you can go and order McDonald's, you Uber Eats, and it will be probably order McDonald's morning, afternoon, evenings, and late at night. Now McDonald's problem is that they were not efficient. You had to wait forever in a day for them to fix the food, and something would be missing out the bag, or the food was probably cold. A whole bunch of stuff. Now, yeah, we supposed to check the bag, make sure we got everything, but they weren't as efficient when they first started. Now, we go to McDonald's. They're very aware of how the process works, and that's it. And I think that's the process of being much quicker with Uber Eats food ordering services, because McDonald's has changed the way how our regular customers order food. A lot of the McDonald's are now transitioning to cashier, unless they're not going to have cashiers at the register taking your order. They may be one person doing it if someone needs help, but now you got to order, pay on this kiosk, and go to the counter, and then your food will be ready, and that's it. You don't have to go to the counter and speak. You won't be speaking to a person to order the food. And the cashier takes your money, and the cashier speaks over the microphone and whatever. No, they never did that. A person's not going to do that process, so they eliminated a lot of these cashiering positions, and now you go to the restaurant, at the kiosk at McDonald's, you press what you want, boom, 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 and that's it. Because a lot of times, the biggest lines is the drive-thru. The drive-thru. So this year, doing Uber Eats, a lot of the orders are going to come from fast food places. And it's coming from fast food places, McDonald's, KFC, Chick-fil-A, and all the rest of them. Most people are not going to tip. They're not going to tip. And they're not going to tip when you're going into the outskirts of a suburb. And now, first of all, in any major metropolitan city, most people that live out in the suburbs, in the outskirts, are going to be minorities. Black, Mexicans, and maybe Asian, whatever. Especially if you live in a gentrification city where the inner city is now being revitalized or urbanized, or going from urbanization upgrade, or whatever the word you want to use, it's all being changed. And people who are, I'm not going to say white people moving out, because I think if you got the board to live in the in town, like Atlanta and New York, we doesn't consider in town, but going through the revitalization and how they're building up cities where everything is convenient, Everything's gonna be walking distance. Everything's gonna be there. Multi-use communities where you can live and shop and play all within the confines of a small area. People don't want to travel and commute an hour and a half in traffic and dealing with that. So everything's gonna be in town in a lot of major cities. A lot of things are gonna be more convenient where it requires people to um, not do as much travel and moving in the suburbs and whatever. You know, so Uber Eats and all these other apps, they started out in a very, very specific areas. They did not expand out in the suburbs and expand it out in other major cities outskirts with Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash started out in Atlanta. I can only speak for Atlanta. But if you think about the origins of when Uber Eats came into your city, think about where it first concentrated on. All of them going to concentrate only on a certain demographic of people at first. The rates were um, comparable, not comparable. The rates at the time was higher when people first started doing Uber Eats. Now, Atlanta Uber Eats rates, I'm gonna have to really come on, move out the way. Dang. See, Uber Eats, I don't know, I can't recall what their rate was, but I'm quite sure. Oops, here, that's a mess. I'm quite sure the rates were a whole lot better than it is now. They didn't have Quest. That's the other thing they didn't do. They didn't have Quest, and they didn't have 1.2 surge and all that things at the time. They didn't have that when it came to Uber Eats. Even when you were driving people, even when I was doing people, they used to have it where, oh, you guaranteed to make $300 a week if you do number rides, and it was $20 an hour. They used to think the bonuses and things like that. We used to be like $15 an hour between 6 and 9, or midnight to 3. It was $35 an hour. So it used to be $35 an hour, or whatever. I think they did started doing that with Uber Eats too. That if you made so much per hour, they'll give you the difference if you didn't make that per hour. And that was what they used to do. Then now it's more like a 1.1, 1.2, 1.5 boost. If you do 25 rides, you get an extra $20. So even the pay structure was different from 2 years ago to now. Now, I ain't in the oops thing, reconnecting. Now, everyone knows you made more money 2 years ago than you making now, and it's not because of the volume of customers. It was the rate, and all this time, people have been fighting Uber for a tip option on the app. They put something that to me should have never really been a fight. Because to be honest with y'all, I made more money in tips when they didn't have a tip option on the app. I made more money then than I made with the tip option. It may be a good week that I may get some good tips during the week. But other than that, nope. Nada. So to me, eventually, on my time of doing these food deliveries, at some point or another, it's going to come to a complete end. That's why my focus is going to be more towards upgrading my skill set to improve myself on another job. I think I said job, career, and of course, paying down these debts. You know, paying down these mortgage. The mortgage, paying off this car, and things of that nature, and really start really looking at other avenues of making money other than driving my car down to the ground, because I could assure you at 120, once I hit this 150,000 or more, 190, there's definitely 200,000. There's gonna be time for me to buy another car or look into um, trading this car in and getting something else. And a car note. I don't want to do that. And I've never had a car that I had really outlived without, there's something, I think I've had, I've had 3 cars in my lifetime. The very first car that I ever got, I got into an accident on 285, and it was a used car, and I bought the car outright. I didn't have no car note. I bought me a Mazda Protege from Buckhead Motors, saved up $1,000, bought a car. No, I did have a car note, but it wasn't that much. It was like 100 something a month. Yeah, I did have a car note, but it was like zero interest, no, no, zero interest, and I know it was like less than $10,000, close to that. And my $1,000 back from the dealer, plus I got some money back from the insurance company because of loss of depreciation, and that's how I knew I was not upside down, because the car got whatever that little bit of money that was on that car loan that I took out from the dealership itself. It pretty much paid off the car, and they had owed me the money back, but they were trying to tell me, well, we supposed to get the $1,000 too, and this and that or whatever. I said, no, so you got the car paid in full, and the $1,000 that I had put down for the car, I got that back. So that's how you know when you upside down in a car. Crash your car. And I'm not talking about the minute you drive your car depreciates. Down a car loan, and you got into an accident. That's why there's gap insurance. That's what the purpose of gap insurance is. But that's a whole new topic. So I'm getting off topic. So after that, I just took public transportation, and then when I got the Toyota Corolla, then that car I still got. And I know this car will be paid off by the end of the year, even though I had tacked on 2 extra months on to because the car note, I didn't make a payment last month, and Fifth Third Bank think they're gonna get extra money out of me through interest. The devil's a lie. They ain't get no more money out of me, because this car was a 72-month term. And that car is being paid off less than that time frame or less than the number of months that it was required. But I can assure you, I've gotten every little car of this Kia. That's why I don't believe in leasing no car or doing some lease program with Lyft or Uber for that matter. Uber doesn't do Lyft program, leasing programs anymore. But I would not lease no car from no Lyft, because they leasing is never going to benefit you. It's always going to be to the leasing company that lease the cars, and it's going to benefit Lyft. It is never going to benefit you. I don't care what anybody, you're never going to own. That doesn't make any sense to me. It don't make any sense. Why would I want to lease a car for a car that after the term of the lease, or after I say, okay, I'm not going to drive for Lyft anymore, you're going to turn around and take the car back. And then, they're going to say, oh, it's unlimited miles, and you could drive it for personal use, and you could do this and this and that. Trust me, you can't lease a car for no unlimited miles and use it for other purposes and thinking that you're not going to pay anything extra. See, there's always things in that contract. There's things in that contract that people have to read, not go by some skimming, headline. Because there's always a fine line between what you're going to be paying and what they advertise. They're never going to advertise the extra cost in a contract. Never. All right, y'all, I'm at work. I'm already 35 minutes late, but whatever. I'll make it up on the other end. Oh, Lord, I'm so dang tired. I know why the hell they got police officers here. And why the hell you got to park your car way in the front. They need to park it in the back, not inconvenience employees and have the car parked up in a space that employees should park at. You should be parked in the back, away from other, well, I swear, see, that's, you know what? Let me go ahead and get in this damn building. All right, y'all. Y'all wasn't with me today, but whoever the one person is that's lurking, you have a good day. And I'll talk to y'all in a few hours. Bye.